Hey guys, welcome to the Team Sizzle tonight. We've got a really exciting lineup I've been working on with Romy over the past couple weeks or so. Basically, what we're going to be doing is having key leaders come on, and we're going to pick one word of the week. And so the word of the week this week is consistency. And the first person that popped in my mind that I had to get on to do this call was Jen, because I'm going to be straight with you. She is the most consistent person in my news feed. Okay. So I know she has a lot of tips and tricks about this. She's shown up for her business since day one. She's the most authentic, genuine person that you can listen to. And I'm so excited, Jen, that you could be on with us and share some tips with us. So I'm going to flip it right to you, girl.
Thanks, Kenzie. You're making me blush, girl. So my name's Jen, guys. So nice to meet some of you, and so nice to see all of you, some of you guys again. So I've been with doTERRA since June of 2000, and what year are we in? 17. Oh my God, I'm a hot mess sometimes when it comes to dates. June of 2017, and when I started doTERRA, I went in with that mindset that I wanted to make this business work for myself and for my family. So when I went into doTERRA, though, I went in much like most of us. I went in with not knowing even for me, I didn't even know what essential oils were, you guys. I had zero clue. My story, I could share another time, but my story was I was coming out of a really dark time in my life, and doTERRA popped up like by the grace of God, just popped up there in my life, and it changed my life. So as soon as I started to see the changes for myself and my family, I knew that this was my place. I knew this is where I belonged. I've done other MLMs, and the companies were great. I was not passionate about the product for myself. So I've been an MLM hopper, and so when I came to doTERRA, it was just like I knew I was home. I knew I was where I was meant to be. So when I started in June of 2017, I made goals for myself. I made short-term goals for myself. I had in my 6 months short-term goal, I made the goal to hit gold, and I didn't hit it in 6 months, guys. Like I worked really hard at that goal, and I didn't hit it, but I just kept pushing through. I just kept pushing through that. It's okay. I didn't make it right this month, but next month I'm going to get it. And I just like Kenzie said, I just show up for my business every day, and I make these short-term goals, and I make them attainable, but out of my comfort zone. I think in this business, it's really important to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because we're in the business of talking to a lot of people. We're in the business of asking people to become business partners with us. We're in the business of asking people for their business, and that can be really uncomfortable. But we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in order to stretch beyond our limits, and push to that greatness that we all have inside of us, So it's been a really great journey. I love it. I enjoy the people that I've met. Like, it's the extended doTERRA family is amazing. You meet your people, you guys, you are my people. And we all share the same passion, and we want to help others, and we love to share our products with other people because we know how amazing they are. So consistency is really important in this business, because in the beginning, guys, in the beginning of this business, we are drastically underpaid and overworked, but that's the nature of the company. And doTERRA has set us up for success in the end. doTERRA has set us up for, long-term residual income. And in the beginning, you work a lot, you work hard for your company, for your business, but you see that growth when you stick with it and you stay consistent. And consistency, guys, doesn't mean you have to put in 14 hours, 16 hours either. Consistency means showing up every day and doing something for your business. So for me, when I talk to my team about it, and I say consistency is it's more so make a realistic goal for yourself, but make it so it's out of, like I said, out of your comfort zone, but attainable. You know, you don't want to set yourself up for failure, but you don't want to be in that comfort zone either. So if you can commit an hour a day to your business, commit that hour a day to your business. If it's 2, then commit 2, but show up for your business every day for that amount of time that you have made a goal for yourself. And then the more you can put in above that, then you just rocked your business even more that day. So consistency isn't necessarily putting in a whole heap of time. It's what can you put in and stick with it, you know? And the days, guys, we're going to have the days that we're like, you wake up and you put your feet on the floor and you're like, I don't want to do it, you know? And you have those days and those moments. Or perhaps you have these interactions, or a class with no shows, or your one-on-one doesn't show up, or you've worked with someone all day long and then they don't buy the product, you know? You have these moments, but you have to remember they're the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture for you? What is your purpose in this company? What is your why? And that why is going to be strong, that it fuels your fire every day when you get up. So the consistency part, you know, when you start working your business too, people expect, you know, as you grow as leaders and you get members on your team, you know, they become reliant on you. And reliant meaning, you know, you're their support. So that consistency plays a part in that as well. So, yeah, so this is a great company, you guys, and the opportunities are endless. And, but that consistency part, it's important. It's important to make that goal for yourself. And it's important to say, you know, I'm going to show up every day for my business, because it's your business. You guys, you are the CEO of your company. When you work your business will work for you. I could go on all night.
I love that. I love listening to you, because you have the energy and the heart behind it, and it just pours through with what you say, you know?
Thank
like
you.
I'm like, that's right. I need to write down a goal. Like Jen said. So talk to us about, like, what does that look like for your day compared to, you know, back, let's say, an elite. What did you do as an elite, like every day, to move forward? Like, give us an example of what that goal was and what that looked like. And when you didn't hit gold when you wanted to, what did that look like? And what do you do to make it? Because you're consistently growing. I mean, your enrollment numbers are just, woo, you know? I mean, like, if you guys don't know, like, Jen won her own suite at the arena at convention, you know? Like, this girl knows how to do this. So if you have questions about this, get ready, because she's your girl to answer them. So tell us about that.
All right. So for sure, as an elite, you know, we're just getting our business started, getting our business lifted off the ground, you know. As an elite, you guys, my key points that I share this with my team, you know, for first off and first most is personal development is so important, you guys. Personal development is like 90% of our business. No lie, no joke. Because you need to know that you are worthy of this business. You need to know that you are worthy of making your dreams come true. You're worthy of making this business work for you. And when you do the personal development, it fuels that for you inside, because you know, you have your cheerleaders around you, right? I say this, like, you have cheerleaders, you have Romy, you have the rock stars, but you know, the biggest cheerleader is yourself. You know, you have to cheer that person on inside, and you have to fuel that every day for yourself. So personal development, it's like it's non-negotiable. And I actually want to share a book with you guys that I love. And it is like, I swear, it's a Bible for building a network marketing business. And it's called, and I'm brain farting. Oh my God. I was on a roll. Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy I don't know how to say her last name. Do you know it, Kenzie?
I know the book you're talking about. I'll put the link in the comments.
Guys, this book is a game changer, and she will just give you the guide to step-by-step in building a network marketing business. And it's everything that you need to hear. So, you know, as an elite, you need to find the time for personal development. You need to become your own cheerleader. You need to know that you can do this. And because you're going to come across people that are like, you know, oh, no one makes a living in network marketing, or, you put in all this hours for what? And then you get the family members that, you're spending time with your business and there's not a large paycheck. You have to personally develop yourself to know that you are on the path to something so big that you could have never imagined. So personal development is key. I did a lot of that in the beginning because, believe it or not, guys, I'm an introvert. And I've had to develop that skill to talk to people. Okay. I've had to develop that skill. It's all a skill. Confidence, like they say, confidence is a skill. It's not a trait. It's a skill. It's something you develop, you guys. So over time, that confidence, that, that ability to have conversations with others, that's where personal development comes into play as well. The other thing is you find yourself some mentors. And when I say mentors, I mean, go find yourself some mentors on YouTube, some people that inspire you, some people that uplift you, some people that are going to give you that yes, girl attitude, right? So those mentors, it doesn't necessarily have to be a mentor in person, but, find those mentors for yourself. Educating yourself. I didn't even know what essential oil. I thought you just put them in something and they smelled good. I had a lot to learn. I had zero idea of what essential oils were when I joined. I'm not kidding you. I was like, oh, you just put them in I thought it was something like Scentsy. I'm not kidding. I had zero idea. So educate yourself, you guys, and remember and give yourself grace, because we can't learn it all overnight. As much as we'd love to, we can't absorb all the information there is to be known overnight. So give yourself the grace. If you've learned something new today, say, hey, Jen, you know what? That was a great job. You learned something new today. Atta girl, give yourself the props for it, because there's a lot to learn in this business. But educating yourself, personal development, and the biggest piece is you have to talk to everyone you come in contact with about your business. You cannot be shy about what your business is. You cannot be, some people are like, I don't want to sound salesy. I don't want to sound pushy. This is your business, guys. This is your business. In life, we sell everything. I sell my friendship to people. I sell places that I love to go to people. It's a sale no matter what. So why not do that for your business as well? Because if you don't, someone else will. Plain and simple. If you don't tell them about doTERRA, someone else is going to scoop them up someday, and then that'll be your loss, and that's too bad. So you have to talk about your business to everyone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I went into Bath and Body Works, guys, last week, and I put my business card in as many people's hands as I could. Alan's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to get kicked out.
I love that. That is hilarious.
It's fun, you got to make it fun. You got to make it fun.
You say share your business with everyone you come in contact with, and you consistently do that. What does that look like? Give us an example of someone you know and then someone that you don't know.
So for instance, someone I know, right? So if they've, I build exclusively through social media. So I do everything behind a screen, which is it's like 10 to 12 times before someone's going to say, you know what, I really believe what she has to say, and now I'm going to try the product. So really it's building the relationship. So for people that I know already through Facebook, it's a matter of, you have to build the relationship. You can't just jump in with your link. You can't just jump in with a sale. You have to show them that you want to talk to them like another human being. You have to build that relationship with them. So for instance, on Facebook, when I make a new friend, I send them a message and I say, hey, Kenzie, so nice to Facebook meet you. I really look forward to connecting with you and learning some more about you. I hope you have an amazing day. And Kenzie's like, well, shoot, yeah, I hope you have an amazing day too. And then I go to Kenzie's post and I start saying, oh my gosh, Kenzie, your boys are the cutest. And that view from your house, I need to come visit you. Like, you just have to start the conversation with people just like you would if you were in person. And then when you've developed the relationship, I run a group where I bring prospects and I bring my members in, and it's I always invite them. I don't send them a link when it's kind of like Facebook stalking. So they start saying, oh, I'm so sick of my kids being sick, or my hair is falling out, or I'm in the hospital again. And so when you start to see those posts, I'll go, hey, Kenzie, I just saw your post and I just want to send you some love. And I just want to say, I've got a group of some really great people that you can come learn along and see what these products can really do. Do you mind? Do you want me to send you the link so you can come join? Kenzie's like, yeah, sure, I do. I'm sick of this. Yes, please. So that's kind of the conversation that I have through Facebook. And it's really going to be tailored to each person. It's going to be different with each person because you're going to tailor it to that person. It's not a copy and paste when you're making relationships, guys. It's got to be a real, authentic, individual conversation with these people. They want to feel a part of a community, and then you want to bring them into your community. So that's kind of how I do the Facebook stuff. But face-to-face, you just got to find the conversation starter. If you're standing in the line and Kenzie's, behind me and she's got her sons with her, I would turn around and be like, oh my God, your boys are adorable. How old are they? You have to just start the conversation. And so the conversation, whatever that happens with, so like instance today, okay, I went to the dollar store and picking up some fun mail for my team. And I was like, I picked up I can't tell you what it is because some of them might be on here, but I picked, it's a really cool fun mail package for my team. And so I said to the lady, I was like, can I take the whole box? And she goes, sure. And I go, this is for my team. I go, I sell doTERRA. I'm a doTERRA advocate. Have you ever heard of essential oils? doTERRA essential oils? And she's like, yeah, actually. And people want to tell their story, guys. You ask them a question, they want to talk. So she went into her story and I was like, well, listen, let me give you my business card and give me your phone. And I asked them for their phone. I say, are you on Facebook? And she's like, yeah. I physically take their phone and I put my name in there, guys. And I send a message to myself, or you can do it vice versa. You can do it from your phone. You can say, here's my phone, find your name. And as soon as they type in their name, I send them a Facebook message and I say, I have a great group. I'm going to invite you to it. So you just have to click join, okay? And they're like, yes, you've just made another new contact. So you just got to find the relationship. You got to find the conversation piece. So I've never liked doing that, guys. I never liked being the one to start a conversation. I never liked getting into the conversations. But the more and more that I've done it, the more I've developed that skill set of having conversations with people. It's fun. We have to getting to know other people. You can't, it's amazing to meet these people in life, and what a shame that I would have missed out on meeting so many amazing people in my lifetime just by not having that conversation. Now, granted, if someone gives you the cold shoulder, you don't want to keep going with the conversation, but and I'm just so grateful for the people that I've met now in my lifetime that I never would have met if it weren't for this business.
I totally dig that. And one thing is just as a follower, as a groupie of Jen, one thing that I don't see that I think is different than most is I never have one time seen you post a kit with a link and a price. Never, ever, it's always conversation. And when I look at you, you probably share 100 times more information, right? You're flooding with information and good content, and this is how. And I feel like I've stood there with you in your kitchen because I've seen it so many times. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
The process of just onboarding people, I love that because that is how life is. Just for an example, my husband and I have eye appointments on Thursday to go get new glasses, and I was like, let's just go to Costco. We're going to save a bunch of money. And he was like, we can't. Like that gal at the desk, she knows us, she texts us and it's not even about the eye company, but it's about the gal that's so nice to us and our kids at the desk. And it's like, okay, well, we'll pay $400 more to go. And we are. It's the craziest thing. But it's just the connection piece.
It's that relationship,
Yeah.
you feel like she's, and I say this like deeply from the bottom of my heart. Like when I say I feel like it's a doTERRA extended family, they are my
Yeah.
family. I feel like here's the crazy thing, right? You guys, I could go see Kenzie, right? Kenzie and we've met in person once, twice,
Maybe.
once.
Yeah. Once I
But
think.
I could walk into Kenzie's house and take my shoes off and feel like I'm right at home
Oh,
because
yeah.
of that social media and that relationship. You
Yeah.
feel like you're connected.
Yeah.
And I would totally take my shoes off when I came in your house.
That's funny. I
Probably
love
make
that.
myself a sandwich.
We did have a question from Letitia. I'm going to scroll back up here a little bit. She said, I struggle doing something daily for my business because it's so easy to say I'm too busy working a full-time job. Any advice on doing something daily?
Yes. So, if any of you guys have read or follow Rachel Hollis, she's amazing too. She's another one that's she's very cut and dry. She tells us the things that are so true. And you guys, this business, right? As a full-time job, and we all have crazy lives, right? We all have things going on. Maybe it's the family or personal issues or jobs and everything else. But you are passionate about this business. It's your business. When are you going to do something for yourself? It's like self-care, guys. It's like if you're not giving yourself self-care, no one else is going to do it for you. This is your business. You're passionate about this. You want your dreams. You want your dreams to become your reality. You need to invest that time into yourself. And if you really want it, and then this is a Rachel Hollis quote, but if you really want it, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. And it's true because there's things in this business I don't enjoy doing. Sometimes it feels like work, and I'll find the excuse not to do it. And then I have to catch myself. I have to say, this is necessary because this is part of the growth of my business. So you have to find the time. If it's an hour getting up earlier, then you got to do that. If it's an hour before you go to bed, but you've got to find the time. There's such an amazing opportunity here, and we are all so deserving of our dreams. And the only thing stopping us from our dreams, you guys, is our own self. And it's bananas, but it's true. It's our own self stopping us. It's that fear, because fear is safe. We live in a world where, we get comfortable in our daily routines, and we get comfortable with our set of friends, and we get comfortable in our drive to work and our home drive from work. And, it's comfort. So stepping outside of that is scary. Starting your own business is scary, but when you realize that, this is just an unbelievable opportunity, and you realize that you're worthy of it, it can be pretty life-changing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. I love this. Does anyone have any questions they want to unmute and ask? Feel free, or you can type them in the chat.
I had mine in the chat, but I'll say it anyway because I love to talk to you, Jen.
I love Iris.
You were talking about getting their phone, finding them on Facebook. What do you do when they aren't on Facebook? I have a lot of ladies, older ladies like me, that don't do Facebook. How can you get the relationship going there?
So you definitely ask what's their best way of communicating. So if they love texting, then you're going to maybe have to set up some sort of text group. So sometimes, the best way for that would probably be like a meeting once a month. So I'll tell you, I haven't told my team yet, so if they're on here, they'll get to know right now. But as I see Kimmy, but I have always built my business on social media. So outside my comfort zone is doing local. So like a workshop or a meeting once a month. So now I have set a date to meet with our local team that I'm going to roll out once a month. And so that would be an option for, someone that you meet. In that case, Iris, it would be texting or over the phone, or inviting them asking them to host a class. Say, I'd love to come and share with you in your home, in the comfort of your home. I'll bring the goodies. You name the time.
Well, that's all well and good, but in the past 4 years, I've tried all of those alternatives, and I don't know whether, well, it must be something in me that is saying that is keeping me from going further, because I have, for a year and a half, I had a Tuesday soup and education where I'd make the soup and they'd come and get the education. I maybe had 4 people in that year and a half.
Okay.
I used to have group meetings once a month. And for a while, a lot came, and then all of a sudden, nobody came anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I should try those things again.
I see. I would, sometimes we get those no's, sometimes we get those no-shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I would find different alternative ways to find your network too. Like a mall is a great place to meet people. So a lot of times people, even during the daytime, you find a lot of people in the winter going to the mall and they're walking, and they're looking for that. Yeah, they're walking and they're, you already know you're looking for some health conscious people too. You're looking for some people that want to get on the healthy train or already healthy, because I think a lot of times we always look for people that are suffering with illnesses too. We're looking for people that's, maybe have issues going on. And so sometimes we got to take it in another direction. We got to look in a different direction. And that right there, Iris, is kind of like a mindset shift too. It's, one, it's new and fresh and something different. And it's almost a boost to your confidence because you're trying something new. You're going outside your comfort zone and trying something new. I would go hit up a Starbucks. I'd go sit next to someone that's having coffee by themselves.
We don't have a Starbucks.
Oh. Or a coffee shop. Do you have a local coffee shop?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sort of. Yeah.
Even like those types of things, find where people love to go hang out and just kind of, mosey your way into those places and make some new relationships.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've got to tell you, for the past week now, I have done Monday through Friday consistent Facebook Lives. Yes.
That's amazing.
After talking to you about them for a long time, I'm finally doing it. And I'm having a lot of people look at it. Nobody's saying anything yet, but that is a great boost for your confidence.
Isn't it though? And you're going to be able to reach, in the beginning, you start doing those lives, you're reaching, 50, 60, 100 people. And before you know it, you're touching hundreds. And then before you know it, you're in the thousands. And it's like hosting a class through social media. So your that experience and that connection with people is going to explode so much faster, My suggestion to that is work those lives. So everyone that comes on and views your live, send them a message and say, hey, Cynthia, thank you for showing up on my live today. I really appreciate the support. I hope you have a great night. And just you're saying, hey, I saw you there and I appreciate you being there, and your support means everything to me.
I will do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Iris, for speaking up. We got another question in the chat. I have an issue with the first no. Oh, that's too expensive. I can't swing that. How do you come back from that?
So no's are actually awesome to get in our business because you work your magic around it. So that book that I suggested is great for overcoming the no. But overcoming the no, it's a learning tool. It's a learning curve. We have to hear no. And it's like also part of failing in our business, right? If we don't fail in our business, how are we ever going to learn, right? So the failure is necessary in our business. If we don't have it, then we just go on through this business and it becomes boring and it's not exciting and we're not figuring new ways to develop our business. It's the same with a no. So typical things about a no is it's definitely not for, it's not no, it's just not right now. You know, maybe there is some income issues right there. So what you do is say, well, if that one doesn't work in your budget, how about we just get you the membership and On Guard? You know, let's start there. It doesn't always have to be a kit. So I'll get members on board just with the membership and an oil. You know, I'll get them on with just, you know, a oil. So I'm like, you know, one is better than none. Lemon oil is amazing for so many things, right? If we get lemon in someone's hands, we all know how great lemon is and what it can do. And that right there is a very inexpensive oil. It's a $45 sign up, you know, to get started. So find out the no, what is it that we can work around the no? And if it's I'm not ready right now, oh, that's okay. Let's get you in my group and I'm going to tag you on a few things. Find people's pain points is really important too. You know, and by pain points, I mean, people are asking the question or you're having the conversation with them because they're looking for another solution, because they're tired of whatever they've been doing. So we have to find what fits for them. So the no is not no for good. It's just not right now. Or how can we make this work for me? Because that right there is not going to. Sometimes you're going to get some straight out no's, guys, and they just mean no. You know, you move past that though. It's just like someone that maybe gives you a cold shoulder when you're trying to have a conversation. You move past it. You say, okay, this person is just, it's not right now for this person, period.
I think too, I mean, have a BOGO list. Some people really are tight on a budget and they'll buy every single BOGO consistently. So I think like Jen's saying, just find how they flow. I love that. Great question. Okay, it is my goal and my desire to keep this call to 45 minutes. So we've let Jen talk to us for 30 minutes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you showing up. I'm going to get this recording out to you guys so you can share it with everyone. We're going to do a giveaway tonight, and it's going to be for an intro kit. So you can share that with whomever you wish. So your camera must be on in order to win. We've got a lot of cameras on. Wow. Cool.
Can I ask one more quick question?
Absolutely, Tracy. You do that. Holler at us, girl.
I'm gonna do that because technically we do have 10 minutes here.
You're good.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So do you have a schedule? Have you made a schedule for yourself?
Okay, so to be 100% honest, nope.
Okay.
I will show you, I can share what my typical day looks like though. Because social media is a different way of building, it's very flexible. So I build my business literally on 15-minute increments. So I will work Facebook for 15 minutes and then do something I need to maybe do at home for 15 increments. When I can solidify some time with Facebook, I love it. Like when I can sit for a solid hour or two, whatever, to work my business, I love doing that. But that's not always how life happens, you know? So, but as far as the schedule, I mean, I do have somewhat of a schedule. And the first thing in the morning when I get up, I don't touch my phone for Facebook. I don't touch my phone for anything, but I hop on personal development. I'll listen to some Les Brown or Tony Robbins or Rachel Hollis. Even if I've already listened to her book, I pop that on minimum 15 minutes, minimum, before I even get out of bed. After that, I started incorporating some self-care for myself, because now that I'm doing something for myself and then I can pour into my business, into my team and into my members. I'm just now starting to be able to cut back at like nighttime and have time with my family at night. But in the beginning, I worked this business really hard. In the beginning, I probably worked 14 hours a day. But now I'm probably working a regular 8-hour day if I add all the time together. I post on my Facebook, my team page, and my VIP group. I do lives. I try to do lives in all 3 every day, but that doesn't happen necessarily that way. There's mentoring during the day. We do Zooms. There's one-on-ones like this with customers. So it really all kind of depends on the day. But as far as a set schedule, I don't really have one. And I think that's the beauty of this business. I say it's in a world in this, and it's a chaotic, and it's chaotic mess. If you just say that this is my balance, this is my balance in this business for me in my lifestyle, and I just kind of move with the flow. It works for me. If you're working, obviously you have to have a schedule. So that's why I say commit that hour or 2. What can you give? And if you can break that up, it doesn't have to be straight. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. So you're not killing yourself, but it's investing time in your business.
Thanks. That was great. Thanks.
Yeah. That was really good. I'm really glad you asked that question, Tracy, because I think a lot of times we think, oh, it's going to be this really easy path and we're going to get there. And you know what I mean? But really, to do this business or any business, you're going to work your tail off. You know what? You have to show up with your boots on and get to work. So I think that's a really good point with just how much people dive in. You're going to get out what you put into this. Absolutely. Great question. Okay, I got the winner. And then if somebody has one more question, we'll take it. Okay, the winner of the intro kit is Letitia. So will you please shoot me your address and I'll get this in the mail for you tomorrow.
I do have a question for you, Jen.
Hi, LaDarren.
How are you? So, I know that I myself struggle with comparison, how much I am doing compared to other people. How do you battle that?
That's hard. I'm with you. And so I find myself comparing to others as well. And so we all know like that comparison is the thief of all joy, but I'll be straight up and honest with you guys. It's human nature to compare. And so it's good to compare in small doses. Okay. It's good to find someone who's going to inspire you, find someone who's going to encourage you. But if you're finding yourself spending more time following that person than you are in your own business, then it becomes an unhealthy habit, because you guys on here, okay? The world needs each and every one of us individual, awesome personality. We're meant to be our own person. And so we're meant to find our own ideas from other people, but it's your beautiful journey. Like it is your rock star status journey. And it's the more you realize that there's only one of you in this world, because there's only one LaTaryn. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And you go with your authentic bad self. And let yourself shine. You're going to attract like-minded people, So we're not going to have, we look at top leaders in our company, right? And we go, man, we start to do things like them, or we start to try to do the lives like them, or we start to do our posts like them. No, take a piece of what they're doing and make it your own. Make it your own individual, awesome self. It's hard not to compare. Here's my other piece of advice. Unfollow. If you find yourself doing that comparison, unfollow, because it can consume you. It can be like, and then you start to become bits and pieces of everyone else, and then you've lost yourself. Welcome.
Good question. Okay, I know I can feel it out there that someone's got this question that they don't want to ask, but they're going to ask it. Who is that person with it on the tip of their tongue? It's about to come out. I'm still waiting for Chrissy to tell me she bought a body brush after our conversation last week. Let's take one more question, guys. Who's got it? Who's got that burn in your heart that says, ooh, if I could ask Jen, I'd ask her?
So you know what, too? You know what I have to say is that we have all been through probably something incredibly hard, right? All of us have had some sort of experience in our life, and it doesn't matter what it is, right? We've all experienced something incredibly hard. Now think about it this way. You have gone through that, and you are still here, still standing, still smiling, and you are still rocking on. You can do this business. You can do this business. If you've gone through something incredibly hard, and I think every single one of us has a story of it, you can do this business. You're already ahead of the game. You've already done hard things. This business is easy. This business is easy. It's the work that's hard behind it. But the more that you can put into this is your business, the more work you can put into it, the more this business is going to grow and flourish. And you guys are going to be, it's unbelievable how fast it can snowball into something so much bigger.
I think the work for me is like the self-doubt. I've talked to you about that, Jen, a lot. Yeah. Is the whole self-doubt, not thinking that like I deserve that, that I deserve this. And that is the worst to try to get over.
Sorry. It really is. And you have to and this is probably one of the hardest things I ever did. And I like to share this, and I'm giving you a big hug from the screen right now, but why don't you think you're worthy of this? Why don't you think you're worthy of your dreams? And it's something that, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are. It may feel like the corniest thing you've ever done. You may go in that mirror and start laughing your butt off and going, man, this feels funny. I'm going to tell Jen, this is really dumb. But you know what? When you hear yourself, okay, and I've got goosebumps right now, but when you hear your own self tell you that you're worthy and that you're beautiful and you're amazing, it's like putting it's like putting an armor suit on. You realize, because who's the biggest cheerleader for yourself? It's you. It's you. So tell yourself in the mirror. It is like, when someone tells us that they love us, or when someone tells us that they think we're amazing, it feels good. Can you imagine what it sounds and feels like when it comes from yourself? It's pretty powerful.
It's hard.
I know.
You change, I'm like 45 years old, and for 45 years, that's been that self-doubt. And so to try to turn that around it's hard.
Yeah. No, I know. For coming from someone who's coming from myself, and a lot of that I had to break through. Again, is with that personal development piece. You need to hear that from yourself every day. If you have to tell yourself every hour, then you're giving yourself a great big hug and telling yourself that you are worthy. We are all worthy of it. We're all beautiful, amazing people that just are passionate about these products and our business. And you have to see that self-worth in yourself. because you're a beautiful person, beautiful soul, and you just want to do what makes you passionate, and it's this business, so give yourself those baby steps too, those baby steps towards that healing. It's that healing process. When I ever told a team member of mine, I was like, I want you tonight to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself and that you're amazing. And she came back with tears, because it is the most powerful thing. It is the most powerful thing you'll ever do for yourself, is to tell yourself that, and tell yourself you're worthy. Start practicing that self-talk for yourself.
Thanks.
Sending you a big hug.
Can I add something? So one of the things that my mom and I have talked about a lot is self-harm. And when we tell ourselves that we're not worthy, we are literally harming ourselves. And when she was in the midst of her really, really bad depression, I'm not sure where I heard it or where she heard it, but we ended up doing sticky notes on her mirror, and sorry. And it would say, I am worthy of being alive today. I am worthy of being happy today. And just little things that if you put it on your mirror or someplace that you look every single day and you're reading it, eventually it'll come really, really easy to you, for the feeling worthy and feeling like you deserve it and being okay with it, and not feeling like you're being selfish and you're a snob because you love yourself and you want more for yourself. And that was something that my mom and I have talked about, and that she does. And when I get in bad spots, I do the affirmations. And I actually got a kit online through Amazon for my kids. They're daily affirmations with positive challenges that the kids will do. And so it's it'll go, one of them could be like, I love myself. Today I'm going to find 5 people and say something positive to them and do something good, or the gratitude. And just you speak it and it happens. And you eventually start to believe it yourself.
So true. It's when we tell, I was reading actually a book today. It was it's by Jen Sincero, and it's called You're a Badass. And she talks about this. And so she talks about when we tell ourselves that we're no good, we start to believe it. When we tell ourselves that we're fat, we start to believe it. When we tell ourselves that we're not beautiful and we're not worthy, we start to believe it. It becomes our reality. So, that self-talk is, and I don't even mean saying it out loud, you guys. This is like in our heads, I mean, we have these thoughts come across our heads, like, and when we can start to change that process, like LaTaryn said, with self-affirmations and gratitude journals, you start to believe the truth. And because the truth is, you are worthy. The truth is, you are beautiful. You are amazing. You belong here. The world needs you, and when we start to say that to ourselves, and we start to believe it, and it's a process. It's a healing process. I said the other night, trauma can happen in an instant, in a second, but the healing from trauma can take forever. And that's hard. So give yourself the grace. And those self-affirmations, Actually, you guys, if you go on YouTube, and I do this, I listen, there's one, I can actually maybe send you the link, Kenzie, but they're free self-affirmations that you can go on to YouTube and listen to them. And they're repetitive. You put them on. I like to listen to them as I go to sleep, you guys. And it becomes part of your subconscious when you sleep, and listening to those self-affirmations. But it's important for us to remember to tell ourselves that. We're in this world. This world is a crazy, busy place. And, we get so wrapped up in giving our love out to everyone else sometimes but ourselves. It's important to give that love to ourselves first. There was, we all know that pour from an empty cup. Rachel Hollis was talking about it. Picture a beautiful, strong glass vase, right? Strong but fragile. And this vase, you're pouring water into it, but this vase needs to share the water with all these with smaller vases around it. And as it's pouring, it's tipping to the right and it's tipping to the left. And as the vase empties, it's given all the water out of its vase. These beautiful flowers inside can't bloom, and the vase cracks. And the vase falls over and it cracks. This vase is no good to anyone. We have to give ourselves the self-care first. Thank you for sharing, you guys. It's really brave of you guys to do that.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we ended this call with this conversation, because it's the most critical piece, right? And I think, just kind of wrapping up, but I think, Jen, that's what attracts me to you, is just the concept that you shine this light, right, that we're seeking. And I think that as you build this business, to keep that in mind, like even just tonight on this call, you shared so many nuggets that you've gathered and you're listening. Do you know what I mean? It just shows really, like, Jen's got her education hat on, she's got her personal development rocking. And when you fill your soul with so much goodness, you really do have enough to pour out and give and inspire and uplift. So this was awesome. This was a great way to start off rocking this year. And I'm so excited for the next calls coming up, you guys, because we've got some heavy hitters in the lineup, and they've got some good stuff to share. Does anyone, or Jen, do you have anything you want to say just in closing?
Just giving you guys all a great big hug. And you guys said it, we said it a few times tonight, but you guys are so worthy of your dreams. You are so worthy of your dreams. I'm just wrapping you all in a great big hug. That's it. I see it in all of your faces. I see it, and I can, you can feel that energy and that vibe. Let your heart open. Be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be exactly who you are. Nobody else.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen, for giving us your time tonight. And I will meet you guys back here next week at 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.